Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about tuning your quadcopter. Before I start talking about tuning your quadcopter, I want to talk about tuning a car. When you tune a car, there's this physical part of the car where you have all the engine. You need to make sure that you have the right amount of oil. Then you have to make sure that all your tires, all the structural parts of the cars are in perfect conditions. You have to change the oil, you have to change the filter, you have to make sure that you have battery power running, the car battery is not running down, and you have to make sure that all the components, the mechanical components that make the car moves, they are in good conditions. So you have to make sure that the indicator lights are on and so forth. So the tires, the wipers, the filters, the belts, and also the way that you drive your car is also part of maintaining your car. So this is meant for performing routine tune-ups. That's what it is called. So for example, you don't drive your car too much, you don't press on the accelerator too much, you don't start and stop too much. This will then prolong the life of your car. Then you shift your transmission slowly, smoothly, and so forth. And this is checking the structural integrity of your car. Then you also have the engine. The engine is tuned because engine contains different parts. So you have to make sure that all the different parts of the engine they are performing efficiently so that your car is running efficiently. Also in the car you also have the steering wheel. So basically, if you want to tune a car, you make sure that what makes up a car, they are performing properly and efficiently, making sure that everything is in place, everything is performing as they should. So that's tuning a car, which is making sure that your car will run smoothly and efficiently. So now let's talk about your quadcopter. So this is an example of a quadcopter. So with a quadcopter, what you have is your physical component, which is the frame itself, the structural component. Then you also have to have the propulsion, which is provided by the motors. Then you also have the battery that's providing the power. Then you also have to make sure that the center of gravity is right here in the center so that when it's performing movements, it will balance properly. Then you also have sensors in the flight control board, the accelerometer and the gyroscope. So that one is prone to be affected by vibration. So you have to make sure that your quad is not vibrating too much. And also, lastly, you also have to tune the movement of your quadcopter. That's where the P.I.D comes in. So basically, with tuning a quadcopter, you have to make sure that you have the proper structural integrity, which is the frame. So the frame must be stiff enough to ensure that when it crashes, it will not break. The other thing that you need to ensure that is the frame is stiff enough so that vibration won't travel through the motors to the flight control board, affecting the sensors, affecting the sensor. So you also make sure that your battery has enough power to drive all the components in the quadcopter. Sometimes you have OSD, you have LED lights. So the battery must be strong enough, and also it must be at the right weight so that your quad is not too heavy. So also your motors have to have the same power to be able to lift a particular weight of the quadcopter. So when do you tune your quadcopter? You tune as soon as you bought your quadcopter, or when you build your quadcopter, make sure that all the things that you need to be aware of in tuning your quadcopter are checked properly. So make sure that there's not too much vibration. These motors are mounted so that the vibration won't travel through the frame and through the flight control board. And make sure that the center gravity is is near to the center as possible. So then once you have all these components ready, the structural part ready, then you are ready to see whether you need to change the P.I.D numbers on your Backlight to ensure that when you want it to move the way that you want it to move, it will move accordingly. So that one will depend on your structural makeup of your quad. So say for example you have the quad has a big battery up here, so when it moves, your sticks must move accordingly, and also it must move a certain degree so that when this is falling over, it will not fall over too much. That means when you move the stick, it will not like tumbling and so forth. So in terms of tuning, make sure that the structural integrity is sound and it's going to provide you with a smooth flight. That is very, very important. Once that's done, then you need to adjust your numbers, P.I.D numbers, where necessary. It's not necessary every time to change the P.I.D numbers. It's only when the P.I.D numbers are not correct to move your quad properly, then you change the numbers. So let me recap. So for quadcopter, these are the few very important elements for you to look at when you tune your quadcopter, which is firstly the structural integrity, center of gravity, the proportion, the power, the vibration because it affects the sensor, and lastly then you have the P.I.D numbers that will tune the movement of your quad. So I hope I give you a big picture about tuning your quadcopter. So next time we can go into a bit more details on how to do it. So hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Until next time, cheers.